Hello everyone and welcome to GoldenTalks. Today we have here some special guests, and if you are new to the GoldenTalks and you are wondering what's GoldenTalk it's about, here we do some talks with IT professional guys, most of them from the Oracle technology world. And today we are going to talk about a topic that we didn't talk so much, so it's a very special edition. And we are going to talk about Oracle Apex. And to do this, we have here today, and I forgot, sorry. Yes. Yes, yeah, I'm gonna say Ashish, but the pronunciation make me wrong. Okay, let me try again the presentation, okay? So, and we have here today Ashish Mohindroo and Karina Pastor. So, welcome to the Golden Talks, and we are very happy to have you here today.
Thanks for having us. Glad to be here, Gibson.
Okay. And to we start, let's understand and see what is Oracle Apex. Can you tell us?
Sure, yeah. Oracle Apex is Oracle's leading strategic low-code application platform. Actually, it's the world's most popular low-code application platform. People don't know that, but actually, if you ask customers about what's the most used technology for low-code application development, majority of them choose Apex over any other vendor in the market.
Okay.
And what Apex really does is it enables you to build applications quickly. So the whole idea behind low-code application development is that it's more declarative application development versus writing lines and lines of code. So with Apex, the same application that would take you a month to build, Apex can do that in a much shorter amount of time. So typically our applications can be developed within a day, within a few hours, depending on the application, within a few minutes overall. So in what we say, Apex helps you build applications 20x faster with 100x less code than traditional application development.
Oh, this is very interesting. So I don't need to study a lot of programming languages, read a couple of books. I can just do some quick application with Oracle Apex. That's it.
Yeah, we have actually learning courses that are free and available online, and there's a 4-hour course. So if you just follow that, and within 4 hours, you'll be able to build your cloud native applications with that time. So you don't have to know much about programming or have had programmed in the past. All you need to do is take that course and have Apex, and you're ready to go.
All right, that's very nice. And we also have here Karina, and we just note that she is a journalist, right? And she's gonna tell us. So you have you have a very few knowledge in technical things, right, in programming, but you are able to create an application with your Apex. Tell us about this.
Yeah, it is true. It's very easy. And just to present myself, I'm a journalist and I'm also a project manager. And I'm working at Oracle around 13 years with very focus on business and technology. And when I went to start to work with Apex team, I had a concern how I would be in a team with a high level of knowledge and programming. I was thinking about how can I contribute, and the opposite happened because I received a gift because it's easy to create applications. I'm not technical. I don't program nothing. I don't know anything about programming, and I can create applications very fast and easy, intuitive. And there's a lot of tutorials free for anyone. Anyone can access Apex website. There's a lot of instructions over there, videos. So if it's easy for me, that I'm not a technical person, anyone can do it. So it's amazing. So I had a concern in the beginning, but I saw that it's easy and fast to create applications, and also I'm comfortable to create my applications anytime, and I have free content to study, so it's amazing.
Okay, and as you are telling to us, it seems very easy and fast to do things with Oracle Apex, right? But what's the biggest misconception people have about the concept of low code?
Great question. I think typically if you look at low code, people associate low code with very simple applications. So the whole idea was I'm a business analyst. I want to make some web charts with data, or I want to put some data entry forms together. And over there, I want to use low code to build these kinds of simple apps. And if I really want to build sophisticated applications that has sophisticated business logic in there, or if your data is stored in, like enterprise systems, then low code is not a good solution for that. So because of the trajectory of low code, mostly it was designed to be used by non-technical people. So they always thought it was never going to be able to solve real hard technical problems, right? And these days, if you look at the definition of a low-code application platform by Gartner, who's a leading analyst firm, they define a low-code application platform for the ability to not only have declarative application development, but actually having all the key features of a sophisticated application development platform. So from designing a UX to actually having business logic and business rules and logic, having workflow, having the ability to do your data services so you can connect to different heterogeneous systems. So you need to be able to have all of this as part of your low-code application platform to be considered a player in that market. So that, I would say, is the biggest misconception, was just being limited to building simplistic apps. But the reality is today you can build any kind of app using low-code application platforms. So our customers have built sophisticated ERP systems, right? So you would think, wow, ERP is a very complex, heavy-duty application. They build payment processing systems, freight management systems, mobile platforms. You just name it. Any kind of application you can think about now can be delivered through a low-code application platform.
Oh, this is amazing. And there is two things that came here, and one of these things is all that you are talking about Oracle Apex. This application is free. That's it.
Yes.
Can you explain this? How can if someone that is watching us right now and got interested in Oracle Apex,
Yes.
how can they start? And it's free. It's so easy, right?
Yes. So yes. So let me explain how this works. One is if for anybody who's never gone and used Apex, they can definitely use Apex for free. So the simplest way to do that is, if you're doing it on premises, just download Apex from our website, which is apex.oracle.com. You do need an Oracle database underneath it. So you can use a standard, any edition, any version of Oracle database. So you need that to be able to install Apex. And Apex does not cost you anything at that point. Okay? Or you can go to our cloud. So in our cloud, which is Oracle Cloud, you can sign up for a free account. It's called a free tier account. And it's a always free tier. So once you sign up for it, it's not a 30-day limit. It's not a 6-month limit. It's not a 1-year limit. You get it 100% free for the rest of the lifetime. So it's an always free account. As long as Oracle is in operation, you probably get that for free, right? And in there, you can basically, once you sign up for the free tier, you get access to the Apex service, which is a fully managed service to low-code application development service called Apex Development Service. And you can start building your applications. There are some restrictions in terms of the size of storage. We give you up to 20 gigabytes and up to, I believe it's 2 eCPUs is what you get as part of the free storage. So as long as you maintain that compute and storage, you never have to pay for anything. But if you need additional capacity, you can upgrade yourself to a paying tier, and then you can start consuming more storage and more compute resources. But for you to get started, to actually build an application, deploy an application, that's enough space and compute power for you to get started on your journey towards low-code application development.
Oh, cool. This is very interesting. So, guys from other Oracle technology, follow this advice. It might be interesting.
Yeah, I think if you look at any compare Oracle Apex to any other application vendor or application platform, low-code application platform, Apex always delivers you the lowest total cost of ownership. So there is nobody who can compete on price. Even if you don't have an Oracle database license, if you just subscribe to the Oracle Cloud Service, it's still the value that you get out of it for the price you pay is much better than anything else available in the market today.
Oh, that's very interesting. And other point that I wanted to bring here is that you both was in Oracle Cloud World, right? What was the news that you came and you presented?
Sure. Actually, there were two events. One was Oracle Dev Live. That was the day before the Oracle Cloud World event. So the Dev Live was more focused, as you can imagine, on developers. And what we presented on was about how low code and AI are really coming together to enable developers and our end users to be able to build amazing kinds of applications, new kinds of applications, or to address new kinds of use cases that were not possible in the past. So we talked about how Oracle is providing an integrated platform where low-code developers can now leverage AI services and embed that into their own applications with ease. So an example of that was there is a local company called NatCorp, which basically provides HR solutions. And they built that entire HR application on Apex, and they're integrating that with AI services from OpenAI, just like ChatGPT. And what they really want to do is pass their HR data into this large language model and then have the HR person be able to interact with it. So they can ask questions about who were the people, how many people took vacation last week, and if they did, what was the impact on our overall response time to HR requests, or things like that, or how much was the costs impact to the company because of so many people taking vacations, or if you're putting your expense reports in, how many of them are becoming fraudulent, or like how many expenses are not correct, so on and so forth. Now the AI system is able to give them all the answers because they're able to take that their own private data, convert natural language into SQL queries, and be able to provide the answer or the information to the end user, and then with the help of Apex, be able to kind of represent that data into a dashboard with charts or tables. So whichever layout they prefer. So now that data has not only meaning, it's got instant access, but also visual representation. And if you were to do that with high code, it would have taken a lot of lines of code and a lot of time to be able to do that. They were able to build this with just 2 people in a matter of less than 30 days. So you can just see how quick and how much impact productivity gains you can get by using this platform.
So let's recap. So I can build an application with Oracle Apex fast. I can use artificial intelligence to make the users not need to understand SQL and low code.
Yes.
Yeah, and ask questions or talk with the application like we are in Google or we are in a ChatGPT.
Yes.
Oh,
more like ChatGPT or Gemini. Yes.
This is very powerful. That's very interesting.
Yeah, it's the future because our purpose is to democratize application development. What I mean by that is, if you have an idea, you should be able to convert that into an application without being restricted by the fact or being handicapped by the fact that you may not know how to code. So that's the holy grail. That's where we want to get to eventually, to say, okay, anybody with an idea should be able to use this platform to build a solution or an application. And with the combination of AI and low code, it's becoming more and more possible to be able to deliver on that vision. And that's the step that we just talked about. What NatCorp, for example, was able to do was to be able to become so highly productive with not so sophisticated developers to be able to build these app systems. So we have we have thousands of examples like this, where our customers typically are not I would say, the high end of the professional developer category. So they were not typically coding in Java or Python or any other languages not of choice, but they wanted to build applications. And now with this platform, with a little bit of learning, they're able to embark on that journey pretty easily.
Yeah. I was not looking, but I can see the guys from Golden GGBR here that they are also interested in Oracle Apex now, right?
Yes. We're always
Okay.
open to more developers coming into the ecosystem.
Yeah. We have more topics that we're going to discuss, like community and what is the database that it's behind the Oracle Apex. What is this database? But before that, I want to talk more with Karina and Ashish and ask how they started in this career as an IT professional. How was the beginning? How was they start with computers? And please, who can start? Ladies first.
Sure, yeah,
Sure.
please. Ladies first, always.
Okay, very nice. So, like I said, I'm a journalist, and I start to work at Oracle in 2011, 30 years ago. And I was thinking about what I'm going to do in a high technology, with high technology and sales team and discuss business was totally outside my daily work, my life. And it was amazing because I got opportunity to learn about a lot about business and projects. I work in a lot of areas in Oracle because Oracle provide us the opportunity to work with a lot of people in a lot of projects. And I were working for Latin America around 10 years, I guess. And then I jumped to the global team. So another good level. So in my career, it was amazing. I worked a little bit like community manager with close to the developers. And I received an invitation to join to Apex team around more or less 2 years ago. And like I said, I got some concerns because be with the technical team was a challenge for me. And when I realized that it was amazing word, a new word, and good opportunities for knowledge to learn, I got surprised and very, very happy. So I really love what I do, my team. Ashish is a great leader. My colleagues are wonderful as well. So it's not only about the team, but it's because we have when you have a family, my team is like this. So we are like a family. We help each other, and I have everything I need to learn. So I have only good things to tell about my career, my life, and my team, and also Apex. So thanks, Apex. I'm here today with you. So only good things to share. So if you have some question or doubts about what to do in your life, I recommend be close Oracle's technology, and special Oracle Apex, because there's no limit to our potential. So
That's very interesting. And we are seeing here there are no limits with artificial intelligence and all of these new things that it's came. That's very nice. And I have one more question for you, Karina. How was for you the process to change your career? You are working in, like, let's say in one direction, then I'm gonna now go and work with an IT. How was for this process? Because here we know that many people that watch us has some doubts or sometimes have some fear. Oh, I'm gonna change my career. I'm gonna start from, let's say, the beginning, right? How was for you this process? It was fine. It was difficult.
how many hours do you have for this conversation? Well, I gotta tell about before I get my university course. I was with a lot of doubts what I'm going to do. So before joining to the journalism university, I made a technical course in data processing. And I remember
Mhm.
that I studied
Nice.
Oracle there. I studied DOS,
Mm.
Visual Basic,
Nice. So you
programming
are
logic.
100% in low code. You have
Yes.
some understanding
Yes.
of
And
programming.
in the ending, I love it, the softwares, but I
Mhm.
didn't like programming.
Mhm.
DOS was funny. I really like DOS, the commands. But I thought, no, I don't want to be a technical person. I don't want
Mhm.
programming. So I decided to study journalism, you see. And I work in radio stations. And here in São Paulo, I worked in Radio Bandeirantes. And then I decided to work by myself, like consultant, communications consultant.
Mhm.
And I received an invitation for interview in Oracle. And when I came, I was thinking, oh, I almost didn't went to interview because I was afraid.
Mhm.
Oh, technical thing, I'm not technical. So we don't have to be afraid about the things. I learned this. So today, I'm not afraid about anything. So when I made the interview, I remember that day, the vacancy was to the sales, pre-sales team. So sales, pure sales.
Mhm.
And my manager, she asked me, what you don't like to do? And I say to her, I don't like to sell.
Mhm.
Uh, and she told me, you're perfect because we have a lot of people with this profile here. We need people to help communicate
Mhm.
and integrate the team, put the team together, be in contact with the customers, and all the rest we are going to learn here. And it was a real. So so that's why she she told me yeah and yes in the same day, and I'm here. So
Mhm.
uh, if I was afraid, letting the fear take control of my life things, for sure I was going to be doing another thing today, and possibly I would not be happy like I am today. So it's interesting. Maybe I'm going to write a book or no, create something to share my story because I'm not technical, but I feel comfortable in Oracle to work with technical people. I talk with vice presidents, with directors, community members, with everybody, and I learn with them all the times. So it's amazing.
For
Hmm.
sure, it's an amazing, nice history. Congratulations for that. To don't have fear, and also to people that it's watching us, take these tips from Karina and don't have fear. Try it, and they're gonna see that in the future you'll be glad to don't make the fear control your life, right?
Yeah, and another detail. I was hired to be a Latin America worker
Mm-hmm.
and employee. So I needed to make presentations in Spanish. I didn't know nothing in Spanish. And when I started, my boss told me, you need to take classes immediately. In my first sessions, I wrote the text in Spanish
Mm-hmm.
with zero knowledge on the language. And for example, a word development in English, in Portuguese, desenvolvimento, in Spanish, desarrollo.
Desarrollo.
For one example, I used to wrote desarrollo with many R's
Or-
to remember the accent.
Mhm.
So the beginning was like this. So nothing technology, nothing about sales, nothing about business in Spanish, but I got everything that I needed to start. So it's a
Very
combination.
nice.
Very good company and wish to do the things and no fear.
Yes, and you bring a very interesting topic because uh, I work in Oracle with some projects and I need to improve my Spanish, and so I'm still studying Spanish for 1 year, and maybe some spoiler. In the future, we're gonna try to do a podcast in Spanish.
Oh, nice.
Yo estoy estudiando ainda un poco, pero no estoy muy bien. And oh my God, I
Yeah,
switched.
it happens all the time. Switching to Spanish
Last
sometimes.
week I was doing a training, a Golden Age training, and I was talking English, in Spanish, and in Portuguese. And sometimes when I changed to Spanish, I was not able to change
Right.
back to English. It was crazy. I tried to talk in English and the words came, pero mi amigo, estamos aqui hablando en Spanish, entonces yo no sé más cómo hablar en inglés. Okay, but it's very nice. So, Oracle, as you are saying, uh, you have many challenges that make you improve your professional skills, your career, and all of this is making you very happy with Oracle Apex in this moment that you are now.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Right.
Journey.
Congratulations for that.
Thank you.
And Ashish, tell to us how was your beginning of your story with IT and
Sure.
how you um, uh, did your way to be where you are now
Sure.
with Oracle Apex.
No, sure. Mine is not as exciting as Karina's. Mine is very boring. I went to college and then I actually graduated with a degree in computer science.
Mm-hmm.
So I always knew I wanted to be associated with technology companies. And I started out as a developer slash product manager, starting with a startup, small company. And that's where I got the bug. Like I liked making products or being associated with it. And from there, I just stayed on the course of being associated with application development platforms. I learned actually it's very interesting. My first job required me to program in Visual Basic. So I could understand declarative development from that perspective. And it's amazing. This is like now back in my career, I'm associated with the same low-code tools, but just in a different platform. But I always thought that was the way for getting more people into building applications and development overall. But my journey pretty much in this thing has been associated with either being product management or being with product marketing, because part of that journey was I like to understand the business aspect of it as well. So my stuff was I started on a technical note in my career and then moved towards the business side of things, just to understand how do you run a company, how do you make a product successful, how do you communicate about the product. It's very, very important. Like Karina said, you may have the best product, but if you don't have the right message and the positioning, then you may not succeed. And a lot of products fail because of that as well. And as I went through that, my passion for, again, building products, kind of ignited again to say, let's move back closer to the product, especially near the development stuff. And I went back, actually, I did my traditional small company, large company stints, and then went back to smaller companies. And I ran a technology incubator for a while. So I was part of a private equity firm where we were creating new companies. So that, just like entrepreneurs, you have ideas, and then how do you turn that into a product, and then how do you create a company behind that? And that was a really fun journey where you learned a lot, especially around the tooling that's available towards you, especially around open source, costs, implications of application development, because when you're already part of a company, you don't think as much about it. You do, but not as much. But when you're creating your own company, every dollar cent really matters. And you look to cut cost at every angle while being highly productive. And one thing I did realize in that was it was very complicated. Even though with all these tools that's available in the market today for free, assembling them together still requires a lot of work, and you need a very advanced architect to be able to put this together and to build a solution overall. And then also there is an incredible amount of technical debt that gets created in that process, because if that person leaves, then the next person who comes on board to take over, it's a big challenge. So even though it may say it's free, but it's not really free, and you are actually building on a pretty expensive solution base, product base. And when I got an opportunity to come to Oracle and be associated with Apex, I could see the value. So part of my thing was, how do you simplify that process coming from that world? And the second thing was, how do you make sure, because as a business owner, you're not thinking about all the tooling, you just worry about the solution. So how do you expedite that process, simplify that, and lower the cost and a technical debt for them in the long run? And that's where it landed me. And when I saw Apex and I got involved with it, I could just piece that together to say, this is something that's been missing in the market. And I just got really passionate about it and jumped in, and I love the journeys that I've had so far.
All right, it's very interesting.
Sorry, very long answer, but yes.
No, that's fine. It's very good to know a little bit more this story. Okay, and talk about customer. I have one more question here. Is to what extent can low-code solutions be customized to meet the specific needs of different industries and companies?
Absolutely. I think another thing about low code is it's low code, not no code. So,
Good. This is a good point.
we're just saying you're writing less amount of code. We're not saying you're not writing any code. So absolutely, you can customize it to any extent you want. You can customize it at the server level, so you can write server-side code. You can write custom code there. Or you can do client-side code, so it's in terms of user interfaces and so on. And also, we have a built-in native process or workflow capability. So as you define your business logic, your workflows, that can be highly customized for any industry or company or organization. So overall, the answer is yes. And depending on what you're customizing, you can also bring in your own tooling for it. So if you're writing JavaScript, you can merge that on the client side and create even more compelling user interfaces. Right now, you can do customization on a server side as well. So core business logic of the applications can be highly customized, but then you have to write a little bit of a PL SQL code to do that today. In our coming releases, we're going to allow you to write JavaScript code as well. So you're not limited to just PL SQL, but another language that you may prefer will be fully supported as well. So just stay tuned for that. It should be coming pretty shortly.
All right, cool. And we are talking about companies and solutions, and also we talk about the Oracle Apex and all the features that could help all of this, right?
Yes.
But what about the professionals? So I want to know now a little bit what Oracle Apex is doing with community, how you are sharing knowledge with other professionals, and I could see that Oracle Apex community is increasing for the last years. So what can you tell to us about this?
Sure, yeah. I mean, I think I'll start, and maybe Karina can jump in as well on this one. Is today we have a community of 800,000 plus developers worldwide. So this community is growing really fast. Just over last year, we've added about 150,000 new developers into the community. So as you can see, it's percentage-wise, I think we're growing at about 20-25% a year kind of range. My math may be a little bit off, but yes, somewhere it's growing in double digits. And what we're seeing is incredible momentum towards wanting to know about low code. So even professional developers are merging in low code with high code. So again, I'm going to put a stat in front of you to say, according to Gartner Group, by 2025, they expect 70% of new enterprise apps that are being developed will use some form of low code, no code technologies. So what that tells you is, as you're building enterprise scale applications, professional developers that may be developing in Java, Python, C, C++, or C Sharp, I should say. I'm dating myself saying C, C++ in there. But they are also looking at ways to say, okay, how do I make certain aspects of the applications be more productive in terms of development? So they're using low code for that, and then obviously high code for other stuff. So what we see is, because of that, more the community is expanding because our kinds of developers are expanding across the board. And I'll kind of defer to Karina. There's lots of programs that we have in place to talk to this community and to evangelize this new movement towards low code. So, Karina, we can talk about that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we have a great community here in Brazil, in Latin America, but especially here in Brazil, they are very enthusiastic about Apex. By the way, yesterday we had a meeting with them. They was very excited to present what they are doing. A lot of questions to Ashish, and they are with us all the times. So, for example, we have Oracle Apex Office Hours in Portuguese every month, and
Nice.
the sessions are presented by the community members, and they are very welcome. I invited, by the way, during the sessions to anyone.
This session is public, how it works?
Yeah, it's you can access an Apex website on our social media. We post our events and the sessions. It's not only in Portuguese. We have the global office hours in Romanian, in Spanish, a lot of language. So in JAPEC region as well. For there's content for everybody everywhere.
Nice.
And talking about Brazil, you can also watch the recorded sessions on Apex YouTube channel. And it happens monthly, and they are free to share tips, what they're doing, best practices.
Nice.
And I'm receiving a lot of comments, so feedbacks, people telling, I want to present, I want to be there, and this is good for them as well, because after a session presented with us, they get more followers on social media. They receive invitations to participate in events,
Nice.
to travel. So it gives a lot of visibility to them, and everybody wins. And they also participate we have a forum. If you access Oracle Forum, you'll see a lot of questions that the community and also customers are present there. The answers is provided by our team. And we also have Apex Ideas, when developers and people from community can join there and say what they would like to have in the next Apex releases. So we are very close to the community, and they are the reason why we are here. So they are using. So if they have some idea or something to share, they just talk with me, with Ashish by LinkedIn, Twitter. So they send mail for us. We are open to talk with them.
Oh, nice. So
So-
if there are someone interested, they can contact you directly and it's
Yeah.
fine. Cool.
Sure.
So take note, guys. The LinkedIn of Karina and Ashish is in the description, okay? Then you're gonna receive hundreds of messages.
I hope so. Yeah, sure.
Yes. Love to hear from them, actually. We'd love to hear directly from the community. The reason Apex has been so successful has been because of the community and the viral I would say, advertisements that they've done. Like they've told their peers, they've started using it, they like it, and then they tell their peers, hey, have you tried this? And if it wasn't for the community, I don't think we'll be sitting here today overall. So we love that they're engaged, they provide ideas, they're passionate about it. And it's not always positive things they say, sometimes they'll tell you, like, hey, you need to fix this, or this is missing in the product. But that helps us get better. And so we'd love to kind of hear that feedback as well.
And this point that you mentioned, when we find some bugs or things like that, it's cool because the community can help with that, right?
Absolutely.
Our application has some issues that we need to fix, and if you have a community that it's engaged and helping the tool to be improved,
Yes.
it's very nice to have these feedbacks. Right?
It's fantastic. Like just last evening when we had the community event, the community members actually came in and presented the applications that they have built on Apex. So it was really, really interesting to see how they were really pushing the limits of the technology and the platform to build these incredible solutions, from running city governments in Brazil to entire healthcare systems, to running building SaaS applications for their customers. And in the process, because the technology, the platform is used in so many different use cases, obviously there's going to be, things that we need to do better as a platform provider, or things that comes across that we never thought about that use case or that feature being used in that fashion. So we love it because they're helping us improve the product. The things that we as a core development team would not even have thought about these things,
Sure. Very nice. And we're talking about community here in Brazil, but I suppose around the world there are the community is also increasing, right?
Yes,
Europe, USA.
Apex is used by developers in 150 countries worldwide. So any country typically which has any kind of programming, our developers have some presence of Apex for sure. So we see big presence in not only Brazil but also in I would say Asia Pacific, Europe, and Middle East, and obviously North America, right? So across all continents but Antarctica, we do see we see that, and it's very interesting where each country has developed its own local community of Apex that at times we're not even aware of, but we come to know about it through social media. So they will tell you like, hey, we're doing this event or this meetup, or we need to use this user group. Can you help us, or can you have some participation? And we're like, who are these people? We never really heard about them, but this is great. And they have fostered their own community in that local country, or city.
Cool. And I have maybe a funny topic to say that happened today in the Oracle Cloud World. I was talking with some friends from Oracle saying that we would have this interview, and they said, "Oh, I know there are a Brazilian woman that has some amazing videos on YouTube. What was her name? It's Monica." I said, "No, I know Monica sends some videos in Spanish." And I said, "No, it's Karina." But I also in sometimes look at your videos and was wondering, it's Karina or it's not? So it was very interesting. So it's not only Brazil that there are some interesting videos on YouTube, right? There are in another language. Sure.
So Monica is part of our team, and she and Karina actually forms this dynamic duo of running our Latin America presence and for APAC. And Monica is based out of Colombia, but moving to Spain actually. So, but she actually tag teams with Karina to kind of do the videos in Spanish, and then Karina does it in Portuguese, and they're both very good in English as well. So it works out pretty good.
Okay, but thanks that you are doing Portuguese, because Brazilian community like this kind of content in Portuguese, because we have many things in English, but technical things in Portuguese usually fits better for Brazilians, right?
Fantastic. Okay.
Okay, cool. And one more question that I have here is, where do you see the future of programming hidden with the advantage of low-code solutions, and what innovations Oracle Apex is working on bringing to this field? We talked some of these already, but if you want to explain a little bit more.
Sure, yeah. I think one is,
one.
a couple of things. One is starting out with our vision to say, okay, going from simple apps to really sophisticated application development, like enterprise scale applications. So we're adding more and more capability in the platform for low code for you to build those things. So like in our latest release, which is 23.2, we added capabilities for native workflow. So the idea is if you have a business process, you can now declaratively map that out. So let's say it's a order entry process, right? So from the moment you get your order to quote process, for example, the moment you get your shouldn't be order to quote, so it's quote to order. Right? The other way around. You don't go back after ordering, you get a quote. No.
Sure, okay.
So you get quote to order. So there's a series of steps that takes place, and the whole idea of a workflow or a process automation system is that you can define those flows, those steps, and how are they connected, and the branches depending on certain conditional conditions, and then how do you track the flow of that entire process. So typically in the past, you would have to use a separate workflow engine and then integrate that with our low-code platform to be able to accomplish that.
The later releases, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, the prior releases.
The prior release,
Yeah.
sorry. Yeah.
So with this latest release, 23.2, we've added that capability as part of the core platform. So you don't have to do any integrations. It's all integrated for you out of the box. So all you got to do is, as you're defining your application, you define the process or the workflow in there. So that is that's a very key feature for using large-scale enterprise applications. You can think about things like employee onboarding. So if a new employee, when you onboard, you need to be able to order your phone. You have to get your badge for buildings. You need to have an office, desk, internet connection, single sign. All these things is part of your employee onboarding process, your payroll system, your HR benefits. So now you can define all of that as part of the workflow and in one integrated platform. Okay. Simple idea. So we have that capabilities. The other is when you talk about large-scale applications, you're talking about team development. So it's not just one developer building the application. It's a team. So there will be 2, 3, 4, maybe 10, 20, 50 developers. And what you want to be able to do is be able to work in parallel on different aspects of the application. And so we have this thing called working copy. So each individual developer can have their own version of the application that they can work on.
Oh, it's like a Git,
for
instance. Right.
Sort of like that, to say, okay, and then you can do merges, right? So then you can say, okay, I worked on this, you worked on the second aspect, let's merge that together to be one application. Or you both may be working on the same page of the application, and then you want to merge that at the end of it.
This is interesting.
Yeah, so we added that capability natively into the platform. So you don't have to kind of plug in another tool set to do this overall. So things like that, we are adding in more and more capabilities to make the platform more robust, more complete, for you to really be able to tackle these sophisticated application development process capabilities. So that's one aspect of it. And then in our next release, we'll add more in that regard. The other, obviously, we talked about earlier is how do you take this, merge this with AI capabilities. So with AI, we are looking at a couple of things. Is we have a set of AI services that's available to you today. And we want to make it easier for our developers to integrate them into their application that they're building. Right? So if I wanted to have a chatbot capability, I should be able to do that. If I wanted to have a natural language to SQL conversion capabilities, for example, I should be able to do those things. I want to have generated AI to generate text. If I'm building a marketing automation application and I want to do a copy of some marketing message to be automatically generated. So how do I integrate that into the system, for example? So I'm just giving you, there's a bunch of use cases that you want to be able to address. And now we're making it easy for you to consume these services and be able to deliver those applications to your end user. Then from a developer perspective, and this is going to be in, we're going to go down that, is how do I consume AI to be more productive? And we'll talk more about that as our next release comes out in terms of those capabilities. And so we're kind of tackling and integrating AI in a variety of ways to make it easier for you to be more productive, also to be able to tackle use cases that you couldn't do that before.
Nice. 23.2, it was released December.
Yes.
Okay, so it's very near. It's some months ago, right? And you said that you also are working new things for the future.
Yes.
Is there any spoiler or new things that you didn't tell to anyone that you can share with us, especially here?
I just mentioned this directionally, where we're going. There's obviously going to be lots of integration with AI. That's going to be a big area that we've already focused on. Our customers are asking for it. And we're going to try to make it easier and easier for people to build applications by combining low code and AI overall.
Right, right.
And then you'll
Nice.
know more about it when we get closer to our release.
Okay. And for those people that are looking for learn and join this Oracle Apex world, what are the three golden tips for the beginners that you can share?
Sure, yeah. I think first thing is it's very, very easy to get your hands on Apex. So all the first thing you need to do is go to apex.oracle.com. That's our website. And you'll have lots of content around this, but also it lays out a path for you how to get started.
Yeah, cool.
So the first thing you can do is you can just sign up for a free account. So whether it's on Oracle Cloud, or if you want to get on premises, like just download this technology onto your laptop and just work there if you don't want to go to the cloud. So we give you different options, and it's free again. Let me emphasize that.
And when I have a question, when we use in cloud, we have some limitations if we increase the consumption of disk and
Yes.
hardware, right? If I install on premise, is there any limitation?
No,
or?
no limitation at all.
Okay,
So
this
you
is
only-
very interesting.
You're only limited by your laptop or your desktop
Okay.
overall, and yes, we don't put
But
any
in
limits on it.
server, it's possible to install in server?
Yes,
No? Yes?
yeah,
Okay,
you can put
it's
it on
fine.
your own server, whatever you want to
Okay.
do. We give you complete freedom of where you want to install Apex or use Apex overall in there. You can even use it on other clouds. You can use it on Amazon, you can use it on Google,
Nice.
Azure. Anywhere you can run the Oracle database, you can have Apex. So that's one thing I think for any developer that need to know that. Also, I'll just mention another thing is anytime you develop an Apex application, it is completely portable. That means you can develop it on your laptop, and then if you want to move it to Oracle Cloud, for example, you don't have to rewrite any single line of code or recompile or re-platform the application.
Okay.
It simply can be deployed on
Can you
Oracle.
export from your
Yes.
notebook and import there?
Yes,
Okay.
as simple as that if you think about it. So no need to kind of do anything different. It's so easy. And if you want to, let's say, move from Oracle Cloud to, let's say, Azure, same thing. Very, very easy. Anywhere you can run the Oracle database or database service, you can run Apex. And we don't care what version or edition you're running. It just runs smoothly on
Nice.
any Oracle database. So back to your questions about three things. The first thing I would recommend is go to apex.oracle.com.
Okay.
Second is sign up for a free account or download this technology on your environment. And the third thing is we have free online learning courses. You can access them through apex.oracle.com. So you don't have to know anything about Apex to get started on these learning courses. And we have two of them. One is a 4-hour course called the Apex Foundations. Gives you a good understanding of what Apex is and its capabilities. So at the end of that course, you can build some simple applications. Then we have this thing called the Professional Learning course, which we highly recommend if you're looking to become an Apex developer. It's about, I would think, 12 to 14 hours of online content with lots of workshops, hands-on workshops. So actually you get really good experience as you're learning to actually build applications on Apex. At the end of that course, I can guarantee you will be able to build highly sophisticated Apex applications. So if you're really interested in really building application in Apex, I would recommend going with the Professional Learning course. You don't have to take the foundations beforehand. You can just go straight to the Professional Learning course. And if you really, really, really want to be making a career out of Apex, then I would recommend you take the certification as well. So certification is an exam that Oracle offers, but at the end of that, you will be a certified Apex developer. You can carry that badge with you any place overall.
Okay.
So
This certification has some costs?
it does. We were offering it for free as a promotion for a while, but then now it does have a cost. The learning courses are free. Certification definitely
Okay.
has
Yeah,
a cost.
I think I remember last year there was a period that was free.
Yes.
Many of Oracle products,
Yes.
also Oracle Apex. I think I saw a video from Karina saying about that.
Yes.
But for this year, when it's gonna be the free?
I don't have I actually don't have a window into that, but they do from time to time run these promotions. I do not know when the next promotion is coming in for
Okay.
certification. But I think the best way to do is at least do the learning courses and be ready
Mm-hmm.
when the certification comes around. If the price does drop, you can take advantage of that.
Okay, nice. And Oracle Apex, I needed to use only with Oracle database. This is amazing database, or can we
So
switch to other one?
no, you can. So it's interesting. So it does have a prerequisite that the core platform runs on top of Oracle database. So Oracle database is a persistent store. It runs a core engine, uh, but doesn't mean your data only has to reside in Oracle database. So, for example, when you run Apex applications, you can connect to SAP, for example, okay, or you can connect to Workday, or you can connect to Salesforce, or Postgres, MySQL, SQL Server, and you can move data between these environments to different systems with ease to run your application. So from that perspective, it's extremely open, and the data can reside anywhere, but you have a dependency as a prerequisite that it has to be, Apex has to run on top of Oracle database. Sure.
Okay, nice. Okay. Uh, One more question, Ashish. It's your first time here in Brazil. You came before. What are you thinking of this country? Tell us.
It's the second time for me, but my first time here was a very, very short trip. It was only for one day
Oh,
in Sao Paulo. I came here
pretty
actually
short.
for an Oracle event at that time,
Mm-hmm.
and then we were doing a tour, so I had to fly out the next day to go to actually Mexico City
Mm-hmm.
for that one. So I didn't get a chance to really kind of experience Sao Paulo. I just saw the airport, traffic, hotel, traffic, airport, back out. But
Okay.
I really did want to come back. And this time around, I've been here for like 3 days, 3 or 4 days, and I really, really am having a great time. I thought this is a beautiful country, amazing people. Karina has been an incredible host, so it's been great. It's the first time we met, even though we worked together for 2 years. So it's been great to do that. I would love to come back and actually tour Brazil more outside of Sao Paulo as well, to really experience the country. But so far, I've been having a great time. Thank you for having me here.
Thank you for coming. And we also would have one more guest that was not able to come today, which is Jason. Jason Haynes. He was
Yes.
not able. I was very excited to have you here, but maybe next opportunity when he came to Brazil, you are very welcome to come to Golden Talks. Okay, I was watching some videos of him, and I know that he have a very good energy. So come and bring this good energy to Golden Talks too. Okay.
I'm sure he's pretty bummed. Unfortunately, he's not feeling too well today, so
Mhm.
he was not able to join us. But I think he would have been very excited to be here. I will look forward to doing this.
Okay, Karina, I want to thank you very much to come, especially because she's pregnant, guys. She's pregnant, and I know that's a big effort for you to come here. Thank you very much, and to help me and our team to make this happen. Okay, and I also want to thank Ashish to have this time, also to come to our Golden Talks and to present about Oracle Apex, which I mentioned this is a very new topic to us here, but I know that it's a topic that it's increasing, and it's very nice to be with all of you two here today. Okay.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure.
Thank you. And I would like to say that if you want to talk more about Apex, you can talk with me by LinkedIn directly. And don't miss our office hours in Portuguese on Apex YouTube channel. And please access our website. There's a lot of content.
There
To
any
help
schedule to live sessions that you do?
I usually program the sessions to the last week of each month. So I'm programming the next one. So
And they're all listed actually on, if you go to apex.oracle.com, there's an events app.
exactly.
So you can just go there, you can just see events, and everything is highlighted over there. The entire calendar of events are there, including our office hours, our virtual events, our in-person events. So you can just take a look at that and plan accordingly.
All right, okay, and all of this information it's on the description of this video, so check it out and try to. It's need to some do some registration to participate, or just have the link for the
Have the link.
sessions.
You just need make one. For example, for office hours, you
Mhm.
register one time, and you will receive all announcements, everything
Okay.
to participate in the session, next sections,
Cool.
and it's free. This is
Mhm.
important.
Okay, so it's free, it's increasing the community, it's helping a lot, and we have many sessions for free. So check it out in the description, okay? All right, guys. The talk is very nice, very good, and I always say that when the talk is good, unfortunately, you have to finish, okay?
Okay.
And I want to once again thank you very much for you to be here with us. And next time, if you come to Brazil, Ashish and Karina, if you want to bring other people to talk here, you are very welcome.
Thank you.
Okay?
Thank you
Thanks
very
a
much.
lot.
It's been my pleasure.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, we have here in Golden Talks today Karina, which is Principal Product Manager of Oracle, and Ashish Mohindroo, that is Vice President and Low Code from Oracle Apex, right? Okay, I will finish like we always do here, and if you like the video, don't forget to subscribe the channel, give your like, and the most important thing is replicate. Sorry, I forgot. In English it's very difficult to do this, so the most important thing is replicate this video and share knowledge. Okay, see you, bye bye, and uh, wait you in the next Golden Talk session. Okay.
Thanks.
In English, there are some things that it's more